So let's go back through the portal, because we want to, we don't really have to come up here anymore. So let's go down here. Now I've already got the bits we need, or most of the bits we need, crafted up. I've got monitor, CPU, I/O expander. I don't have a set of lights. I've got a light, but that's okay. Probably don't really need lights to begin with anyway. What else do we need? We need some cables. We need a bit of ribbon cable. We're probably going to need some different coloured wires. Might need some more actually. And we're going to need wireless transmitters, which I've got some in my bag I think. And we're going to need some bundle cable as well, so I'll make up some of that. So I'm going to finish getting some stuff ready to do this, and I'll be back shortly. I may actually change this around, but okay, so this is the room, the extra room that I made underneath the ore processing room, just so it wasn't hanging out of the building. So it is a spare room that I had. So yeah, for the moment I'm sticking this down here. It is a bit out of the way and it's going to be kind of annoying, so I'm thinking about maybe extending a ribbon cable and monitor up into the workshop from here. That way I don't have to have the whole computer set up in the workshop, so I don't really need the whole thing, I just need an interface. So this guy basically, just need one of them, connected via one of these cables here. So yeah, I guess I can sneak one of them up the wall outside or something. Alright, so that's, I haven't got a disk drive here yet. I'm going to put a disk drive there and a ribbon cable behind to connect it up, though I can save all the fourth words that I make. I haven't actually done any programming yet. Okay, I/O expander here, bundle cable out, dual release, frame move. Okay, so these are transmitters. That way I can do the programming, have it activate certain wires. Okay, so the miners are right. Pump has no cells, which is a bit strange. There's definitely stuff in there. Ah, it's the wrong sort of tin. Okay, alright. Well, let's do that. And then we'll do that. Is there a gate there? How's that? Ah, okay, well that could be a problem. Alright, we're back, and I've done a little bit of coding, and a bit more work on the computer lab in here. So, yeah, the code's pretty much the same as episode 8, with some minor modification. Well, basically I've just added like one extra feature, which I'll show you right now. So, alright, let's see if we can actually, might be able to see it on the screen. So there's, yeah, okay, so there was one of these loops which was set up on bit 1, which is the manual cutoff. That's still in there, that's this one here. Okay, so this is the start of the program here. Manual cutoff, checks for that. Then it checks for this bit 32. That's a new thing. That's the mining pipe retrieval bit that I didn't get to work in episode 8, but I figured out a way to do it. So it's checking on that. That's the wire that carries the signal from the platform. Okay, and that's that green wire over there, the lime wire. Okay, you can see it's currently active because the platform's not doing anything. It's sitting there, and all the mining pipe has been retrieved. So that's actually ready to go. The only thing that we haven't done is pull that manual cutoff, which is that lever there. This is bit 1, the white wire. So yeah, it's all ready to run. All I got to do is pull the lever. Oh, sorry, no. There's 2 other things I need to do. I need to add a couple of wireless receivers here and here. Yellow is the frame movement signal, and the grey wire is the drill release signal. So I just had to plug in those receivers, and I think I got them made. I'll just go grab them, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so wireless transmitters. Now we need to put one of these guys there and one there, and we need a screwdriver. So let's see, screwdriver, here we go, loo. One of them needs to be that way, and one of them needs to be that way. Okay, so they send a signal onto the wire in front of them, which then can go to these. Alright. Now, actually, do they need to be receivers? Oh, they're transmitters. No, that's right, they are transmitters, okay. Because they transmit the frame movement or the draw release signal. These up here are just lights, they're just lamps, so you need to actually have something to send the signal. The lamps are just, I had only lamps plugged in just to test the program. And since these are actually not connected to anything at the moment, maybe we can test the program, I guess. Let's have a look. So at the moment, mining pipe is in the thing, so we could. So if we just run the program, so activate miner 2. I wrote a new one after I had that thing fixed up. Okay, mining pipe retracted. So the manual cutoff is already. So I've already pulled the lever. It was just sitting there waiting for me to run the program. Okay, initiating frame movement. So if we have a look at these things, will be blinking. Yeah, there we go. So it blinks away 18 times to move the frame. And when that's done, this white lamp will go off. There we go. That's the drill release. Okay. So if we look at the screen, when it did that white one, it would have said frame move completed, releasing the drill, and the white lamp would have gone off, which is this one here. Pulses the lamp, and then turns it back off, then it waits 20 seconds. That gives the drill time to get from the chest on the platform to the miner, and then the program ends. So that means at this point the platform would be mining, the drill would be, the mining pipe would be getting fed through and sent downwards. So that's why it's just sitting there. The program doesn't need to be doing anything at this point. If it does loop back, it should be fine, because what would happen is this one here, the mining pipe retrieval signal, that would go off because the pipe would no longer be in the system. So you can actually loop it, and it should keep going. Obviously I haven't done the live test yet because these weren't connected up, but we're going to try it out. So this one here is frame move, and this one here is drill release, and that should be a working system now. So if I turn this off, this is the manual cutoff. So what we can do is we can run the program, we can let it sit at its little check thing. So let's see, activate miner 2. Okay. Now it's sitting there waiting for a cutoff, manual cutoff lever. So if I pull that, manual cutoff check passed, checking mining pipe retrieval, all the pipes retrieved, initiating the frame movement. Now this should actually be, it's sending the signal, it should actually be moving the frame. Now, because when you move the frame the portal disappears, I wouldn't normally be able to check that. So I've gone to the trouble of actually building a jetpack. just so we can fly up there and have a look. So let's go have a look. Yeah, see the portal's closed? So that's a good sign. That means the frame movement's actually working. But I want to go up there anyway because I want to see the drill release happen. Now, my frame rate is really shocking. Yeah, it is moving. Cool. But that's okay because we're just going to be standing here watching it. I'm just going to turn off the jetpack for a sec. It's still moving. I don't know when the drill release is going to happen, but it should be soon. Okay, so while I'm here, I'll tell you about this. Ah, there we go. Mining pipe's gone. So it must have actually released the drill. Yeah, it has. Okay, it's released the drill. It's sending the pipe down. And, well, this is a good opportunity. I'll tell you about this thing. This is a Red Power 2 regulator. So normally you would use it in a tube. It can regulate the types and amounts of items being sent through a tube. So you can say, only 1 stack of this, 2 stacks of that, and it'll sort of backstop itself. And then you can set it to do a redstone signal when it's backstuffed or when there's the right amount of items or whatever. So I've told it to do a redstone signal when there are 3 stacks of mining pipe in the adjacent inventory, which is this. Now because there are not, there's no redstone signal. But when there is a redstone signal, it sends it along this wire here to frequency 12. Now frequency 12 is the frequency that the mining pipe retrieval signal is on. So if this is not on, the program will not pass that second checkpoint. It's got to do the manual cutoff, and then it's got to have this. If it doesn't have this, it won't go any further. It will not move the frame. So this is the fairly major point. We had to have this for this whole thing to be able to be looped. So now that we've got that, see, at the moment we're only doing one sort of iteration. It's only going to mine this once. The drill will come back and it will just stop. That will be the end of the program. The program will just sit there. But if we tell it to say, if we put in a command like I don't know, 60 times activate miner 2, so it will run 60 iterations, then we know that because of this thing, it should be able to do it, because it'll sit and wait for all the mining pipe to come back before it runs the second time. It'll wait, and we can actually try that. We can, after this has finished, we might even get it to. We'll do like 2 iterations or something, and we'll see if it does it. So yeah. So I'm going to fly back and we'll check out the program, and I'll be back once this one's cleared and we can have a loop scenario to test it out. Okay, we've just finished a mining run all the way to the bottom. The batbox is just filled up, which means the drill should have been pulled out. Possibly. Supposed to have. Hang on. So that goes there. Supposed to activate the retriever. Why did that not activate the retriever? This could be an issue. We've got that gate problem again, do we? Yes, looks like we do. Right, this gate here has become bugged out. Okay, I'm back in the test world. I was hoping not to have to come back here, but I'm back in the test world again. I've just moved the frame a few times, and as you can see, this gate down here on the batbox is completely bugged out. It does not work at all. So now we need a way to get around that. Workarounds. Gotta love them. Okay, I think this is how we're gonna have to do it. This is another frame, a standalone little frame that I just put together just now. It does move. or it did a second ago. Hang on, what have I done? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's just a bit laggy. Okay, so the frame does move. We've got a bat box here. It is not full, but it is charging. We've got a gate reader next to the bat box. Where's my gate reader? Here it is. Right. We've got a computer craft computer talking to the gate reader, and these are all the variables it can get from the bat box. So I wrote a little program just to list everything out, just so we can see what variables there are. Wraps the peripheral on the left, which is the gate reader, gets all the information it can get, and then prints it all out just so we can see what there is. And if we exit that and run it, okay, so we've got all the different variables. Inventory full is false, space for energy is true because it's not full yet, and so on. Everything we can get. The one we're really interested in though is this one here, capacitor full, false. So when that becomes true, then we send a signal to retrieve the drill. That's the only real one we want. That's the one we're trying to check with the gate that we've got on there at the moment, except that it's locking up, so we want to provide a workaround, which I think is this thing. Okay, I'm just exploring a cave. I followed the miner down. I ran a 2 iteration loop on the miner just to see if it would drill down, go to the next drilling site and start drilling, so we'll see how it's going. I just followed the pipe down just to basically monitor how fast it was going. I figured I'd explore this cave that I found on the way down. So I'm just heading back. Okay, well the pipe's not here. It made it to bedrock. Kind of expected it to still be here, but the platform's not there. Okay, looks like it worked. And it's already drilling the next one. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, I didn't record it drilling down. I figured we'd already covered that. So I just wanted to start the loop process and see if it worked. I did sort out this sensor issue. I've got 2 computers here now with gate readers. And I'll just show you sort of how they're working. So on this one I've got a batbox monitor program, and I'll terminate the program because it doesn't really matter while it's running. So, and we can show you. Hang on, what's it called? Start. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, edit, startup. Okay, so this one it wraps the gate reader, which is underneath, clears the display and gets the current data from the gate reader. If capacitor full, it sets batbox full, which is a variable, right? It sets that to capacitor full, outputs whether or not it's true or false, and hang on, yeah, redstone output to the top, whether it's true or false. So if it's false, then the redstone output would be off. Otherwise, it would be on. So basically, when it's full, if this is true, if capacitor full is true, it outputs a redstone signal straight up through the top of the block, which goes to the drill retriever. It goes through that tube up here, goes out of the top of the block through that to the drill retriever, pulls the drill out. So pretty much what the gate was doing originally. This bit at the bottom is just it outputting to the terminal what it's doing. So if it's full, then it says that it's full. Drill retrieval signal issued. So it just says that it's doing that. You don't have to actually issue anything here because it does it with the redstone output. And this one here is the batbox not yet full. So, and then that's it. And it just sleeps and it tests again. So every 2 seconds it tests the batbox signal again. So yeah, pretty easy. And exit, and then we'll just run startup. Okay, so it just sits there monitoring the batbox. And this one over here is exactly the same, except the gate reader's on the right rather than the bottom, and it outputs a signal straight up as well. So that's the redstone signal here. That's for the tin cells, but otherwise the program's exactly the same, just with a different name. Yeah, and they actually move with the frame correctly, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't have done the second iteration here. So yeah, this is actually working. So what we can do, is this full yet? Yeah, hang on. No, not yet full. Okay, so when this is full, that will... Oh, there goes the drill, I think. Was that the drill? Oh no, no, that's ore. Okay, yeah, so all the ore's going in that. Yeah. We'll just see how far down this is. Okay, so we're down at Y44, so it's not too deep. But, I mean, considering it's fairly high up in the air, no, it's not too bad. It's doing alright. So, I might call this a success, I think. This is really cool. So I could set this to loop, I don't know, 100 times, whatever I like, and it will just keep mining, and it will only pull out the ore for the most part. The only cobblestone and dirt and gravel it's going to get is if it's in the core tube going down. I don't need that little sort of berthing area anymore. That's done, so I can leave that alone. And I have noticed on the FTB forums that the new packs have been announced, so I might even call that project the last big one for this world, and then yeah, we can start a new world with new stuff. Exciting, because yeah, there will be new mods and stuff to play with now, which is good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that mining platform. This is pretty good. So I might run it for a little while. I'll start it looping, and actually what we might do, we'll just check down here on the computer screen. You should be able to see that it's looped around to the when it started the new iteration. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so we did I did 2 times active miner, and it did the manual cutoff check, checked the mining pipe retrieval, completed the frame move, released the drill, and then immediately went to another manual cutoff check, checked the mining pipe retracted, yep, and then started the frame movement again. So you can see it did all that without going to a new prompt. So yeah, so the loop actually worked perfectly. That's excellent. And I'm pretty happy that my fuel supply for this whole, like, the whole base and everything is still, like, maxed out. The steam engine power is, like, still, you know, it's still enough. I've got biofuel building, but I'm not going to need it before before I quit this world, so that's excellent. There was enough oil in the local area to do everything I needed, which is, yeah, this is really good. I'm pretty happy with this little world. It's a shame I didn't get to finish my bees, but that's okay. There's new stuff to play with, and maybe I'll finish the bees in the next world. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Tune in. The new packs look like they're going to be pretty awesome, so tune in while we get working on those. Bye.